Hey everybody, welcome to Cryptopia. Do I have an amazing project for you today? Humans AI. Now, we all know AI projects are the trend right now, but I do believe Humans AI is set to change the scope of the world. Now, I don't say that lightly, but I really do think that Humans AI can be the next thing, the next Google, the next Amazon, the next Tesla, the next company that will truly change the scope of humanity and the world. And I think Humans AI is on that cusp. They have that power, and I think the technology that they're creating right now can truly change the world. And I don't want you guys to miss out on the next big thing. So I had to bring this video to you guys. Now, this video is going to be a little bit of a long one. There's an 11-minute interview with one of the founders of Humans AI. But I watched this and it absolutely blew me away. And I said, man, I want to share this with my community. So I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know what you think about Humans AI. But when I watched this, I was sold. I've invested into this. I'm holding it for the long term. So please stick around, watch the interview, leave some comments, let me know what you think about this project. And at the end of this video, I'm going to be talking a little bit about where I see this technology going and basically what I think we can see from an investment on this. So guys, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Enjoy this little interview and I'll be back in a minute.
I studied in Bucharest. I did the Faculty of Electronics, and then it was like a challenge to let's say to go abroad. You know, like I think it's a dream of many people, and I applied at several universities, mostly in Belgium and in Holland. And well, to my surprise, I ended up having like several offers to do a PhD, and in some sense I chose University of Leiden in the Netherlands. There in the group of Tom, there were many people working on facial expression recognition. And I was, from the very beginning, I was attracted by this field, and I started to work together with my colleagues there. Joining Human.ai was exactly in this direction, so trying to kind of be able to put together some of the methods that we are developing as researchers, let's say like toys, if you want, to put them into real life and to try to see if we can address real customers. Humans has a big ambition of trying to put together, let's say, contribution for every single human. The starting point is that we are all having, without even realizing, we are all having some, let's say, our own DNA, our own contribution that we can put together. So the idea of human is to allow all these contributions to come together, and only together we can have a critical mass to produce an impact on the society. So what we do at the moment, we start with providing information from a particular human, and we are capturing his own digital DNA. So what does it mean? It means that we can capture the voice, gesture, the way of being, and so on. And we are animating a particular avatar that could speak, for example, in different languages, could also speak in different contexts. So we are animating this avatar, so you are the owner of this, let's say, particular information. Well, one of the main contribution of humans is the fact that it's putting together two different fields that are two emerging fields right now, right? So AI has been with us for many years, but now it's finally coming to, let's say, a very successful solution. NFT is something very new, and many people will not know what it is. So what is the AI NFT is to try to put together all these two concepts. This would mean that everyone will own his own, let's say, piece of AI, and this could also be reflected into the NFT market. So that would be, I think it's a winning idea of humans, to put together these two fields. If I'm owning a piece of AI, then practically without even realizing what is the value of it, I could put into a larger system, and then I could have a benefit of it according to how it is used by other, or in an application domain, and so on. So that would be, it would create the AI NFT value. Our idea is to provide practically to every citizen the possibility to contribute. Okay, so you don't need to be, an AI developer or technologist and so on. You just in a seamless way, you can just put your own, let's say, contribution in some way. Could be data labeling, could also be information, know-how, and so on. And you put them together in a seamless way in the platform, and this would be used together with other technology to create some high-level and more complex systems. In some sense, this would be more like, it will be a high-level interface in which you are providing some of the information, but that will be taken and encapsulated within a more complex part of the information. So we are not requiring the users to have any particular knowledge in AI, but we just require them to kind of help us use their information in a useful way. At the moment, what we are concentrating on is animating heads, faces. In a longer term, we are going to extend it also to bodies, so to have real avatars in some sense. At the moment, we have talking heads, and in this way, we are combining, let's say, voice. So you could have your own voice, could also be knowledge, this coming from text, could be text in different languages and so on, and we are animating these avatars that could be of a choice of each user to, for example, say something in different language, utter information in, let's say, something given in text. So we are kind of creating if you want, a clone of a particular user that could speak in different languages and with different type of knowledge and information. This is quite challenging. It's coming nowadays, so there are several applications, for example, especially on the domain of, let's say, video capturing. So you have a video in which you could generate, from the video, you could generate the text that is describing what's going on in the video. What we want to do is to also provide the other way around. So you could also go from text or audio to video animation, and you can also put all these modalities together so that you are, as I said, you are providing a sort of, let's say, a human copy, a human avatar that the user could own and could also use it in his own way. One of the products that we are quite in a mature stage at the moment is called Tuvid. So practically what we want to do, it's going towards type of audiobooks, okay? So imagine that you want to get some instruction of how to do things. Practically what you have some text, and then based on this text, you could transfer it into a talking head that will read in different languages, with different voices, would read these instructions. And at the moment in Tuvid, we do have contacts with several companies which are interested both in advertisement. There are some contacts also for, let's say, coaching in the sport domain. So there are a few very interesting applications. And as far as I know, this type of technology has been very well received in general by the market, because while there are some kind of very specific solutions, I believe our solution has the power to be generic and to be very easily customizable to what the user wants to do. What I believe is that we should move from, let's say, only talking heads, in which it's very restricted to what it is, to more creative content. And this could be, well, there are several ways. As I said, we can try to go towards, let's say, body animation. So we could have some avatars in which, because usually when we are communicating, we are not just, what the head that talks, but we also have gestures, we also have several movements, nodding, and all this type of thing. So that would be, I would see, at the first development of, as the first extension of our technology. Then we will see exactly how this could, let's say, be extended. So one idea is to also work into other modalities. So one solution will be to have a sort of voice-to-voice translation. So practically, I'm talking to you in English, but you could have at the same time, on the other hand, let's say when you have some kind of a Zoom meeting and so on, you have myself talking into Spanish or Italian or another kind of language in a seamless way. I think this is also something that we could, and we do have the technology at the moment. So we are also looking for partners to start working into this direction. This is something that we still have to decide, but for sure we will going to have some generic avatars that are going to live in the human ecosystem. We would also consider that the user can own his own avatar and can kind of plug it into the let's say our platform. Meaning that we are not going to have this information. This could be kind of, let's say, private information of the user, but the user can still use this avatar within our platform. Of course, we are using deep learning, and this is essential. This is very broad. For our creative technologies, we are using, of course, things like generative adversarial networks, autoencoders, and these are very powerful methods to, say, create natural interfaces and natural way of doing animation and cross-model translation of information. Then on the machine learning part, I think it's one of the main bottlenecks that has been for many years was the fact of, let's say, missing label data. And in our case here, of course, we don't expect people to start labeling a lot of information. And in general, deep learning approaches would require a lot of label data. What we try to do is to use approaches like, trying to use unsupervised information as much as possible. So this means to benefit from unlabeled data. So even if you have the data but it's unlabeled. There is also an approach called self-supervised learning, in which practically the data it's labeled by itself. So we are using some pseudo labels to do training and then learn these models. At the moment, these are the main trends. Another thing that it's very common, and we will start using it. There are things, let's say, moving towards explainable AI. So let's say AI in general is not only a black box, and also quite very important, and is a big, let's say, at the moment, a big trend is to go towards trustworthy AI. I think this is quite important because people will need to trust this technology, right? So we are not abusing the information from people, also privacy and so on. But we try to get the information so to benefit as much as we can without, of course, leaking out private information and other type of things. So I think these are the main trends that we will apply. And this is, of course, is very broad, but we are trying to apply these principles also in the human.ai technology.
So there you have it, guys. Humans AI. My God, like I said, if you've paid attention to this interview, I am so incredibly bullish on this. Like I said, for me, this is the next evolution. They're basically bridging that gap between human intelligence, locking in who we are in NFTs. I love the fact that they're basically creating NFTs that look like us and move like us, that will mimic us, that can basically, imagine you're a business person, and you need to speak in 10 different languages. Well, you're going to have NFTs that look like you on camera. People won't be able to tell the difference, and you can be speaking in your language, and your avatar will be speaking in 10 different languages to 10 different people around the globe. This is amazing. It's scary, it's interesting, and it's freaking cool. And like I said before, humans AI is on the cusp of something really amazing, because like it or be afraid of it, the future is now. And, machine learning, robotics, artificial intelligence, all of this stuff is coming. So it's part of our future, and it's happening now. And I believe companies like Humans AI are going to truly change the scope of humanity. Because where I see this going, now they didn't say this in the interview, but my personal thoughts and feelings on this, where I see this going, this is going to be a bridge to where people will be able to upload consciousness into, basically robotics, and to robots, and to things like this possibly in the future. These avatars that you're creating will mimic you, learn from you, learn your speech, learn who you are. You can basically upload your persona into these, and possibly, eventually, maybe, someday, even your consciousness. And then this is something that could be transferred over into, robots. I mean, now, like I said, they didn't say this in that interview, but that's where I see this type of technology going. And trust me, this is going to change the scope of the world. Now, like I said, think back, to when the internet came out. I remember how many of these opportunities I've missed in my lifetime. The Googles. I remember back on my Windows 95 computer seeing, hey, buy our stock, and I remember going, I'm going to put $1,000 in this. If I would have had millions of dollars. I remember when Amazon came out, and if I was going to, I should put $10,000 in this. This sounds like an interesting company. I didn't do it. I would be a multi-millionaire because of that. I remember when Netflix came out, and I was like, I need to invest in that. I remember seeing the very first interview with Elon Musk and Tesla, and it was $16 a share. And I was like, I should put a couple $1,000s in that. That sounds like an interesting company. And I didn't do it. And so on and so on and so on. History repeats itself. There are companies that truly do change the scope of the world. And I think that Humans AI can be one of those companies. Now, I don't want you to miss those opportunities. I don't want you to be there 15 years from now kicking yourself going, man, why didn't I invest in that? I remember watching a video on Cryptopia about that. So me personally, I'm investing in this project right now at the time of recording this video, and I'm going to sit on this for the long haul. At the time of recording this video, Humans AI is basically a 1.5 cent token. So it's 0.017 cents per token, okay, with approximately a $59 million market cap. Now just think about that. Imagine getting into Google when Google had a $59 million market cap, or Apple, or Tesla, or Amazon, or any of these types of companies. $59 million market cap is absolutely nothing. Do not underestimate this project. Do not underestimate the potential for what it can do in changing the scope of the world. And like I said, I do believe AI is the next big trend, especially in crypto and blockchain. But I think Humans AI is one of these very few projects that will stick around for the long haul. So, guys, I'd love to hear your thoughts on Humans AI in the comments below. Let me know what you think about it. I'm very bullish on this project. I'm really excited about it, and I'd love to hear what you think about it in the comments below. So I'm going to leave it there. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do me a big favor. Hit that like and subscribe button. Turn on that bell notification. And make sure you go over and join our Patreon. Amazing. Buy, sell, stake alerts. You get to hang out with myself. It's a great community. We're there to help each other grow. We laugh. We joke. We share great ideas, great projects. And we are truly creating a family, and we would love to have you to be part of that. And right now, at the time of recording this video, it's only $10 a month. So you have no reason not to go over there and join it. So, Cryptopians, thank you again for watching. I hope you have a great day. And do me a big, big, big favor. Don't forget to smile, and we'll see you in the next video.